What's up, Julie? Julie, what you doing, Julie? Watch out. All right. I don't know if anyone's out there. I don't think anyone's out there, but kind of a late start for me. Really, really late start. It's Thanksgiving in the United States, and so I went over to my parents' house for a couple hours right after work. Come here, Patchouli. Hello, Patchouli. Hi, girl. Then I got home, had to do the YouTube thumbnail and stuff like that. Schedule my stream for later tonight on YouTube. So we're starting almost at noon. So I have to go to bed in the next hour or two. But I was originally going to come home and stream some Doom, but I realized it was getting kind of late. And I do want to practice Ghouls and Ghosts some more. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, let me lower this exposure in the webcam a little bit. Good girl, Patchouli. All right. Time to grab the headphones. Add some credits. One of the things that sucks about this board is there is no free play option, apparently. Which is weird because my Final Fight board has a free play option. Granted, that came out like a year later. We actually have integrated chat today too. I re-enabled that. So, alright. Again, these should be hard settings. Same from yesterday. Hey, hey, Mr. Amadeus. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, if you weren't here yesterday, we're doing actual arcade capture from my arcade machine. Nice, man. One of your favorites. Hell yeah. Yeah, one of my favorites too. Yeah, this is a friend's PCB, so it's not mine, unfortunately, but I'd like to get one. This is a conversion. Basically, someone swapped out the ROMs from a Street Fighter board and put Ghouls and Ghosts into it. And that's what we're running right now. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, we also have Striders. What we're gonna do is we're gonna practice Ghouls and Ghosts a bunch because it is kind of a pain to swap these boards out. So we'll practice Ghouls and Ghosts a bunch. I'll probably do a Let's Play on it, and then we'll swap over to Strider, which he also let me borrow. And then once I'm done with those, I'll give them back to my friend, and then I'll put Final Fight back in, and we'll try to work on Final Fight. Nice, man. Well, what's cool about those games is they're not... Whoa! I missed that jump. I was looking at chat while I was doing that. What's cool about those games is they're not expensive. You know, so it's relatively cheap for a place like that to get some machines or license them out from some random operator. And it doesn't take that long to pay them off, most likely. And yeah, you don't make a ton of money off them, but it's, you know, it doesn't take long to get to the point where it's just 100% profit, you know? And even though, like, you know, gun games are still kind of popular in arcades, because they're like really good pick up and play kinds of games. And Revolution X is a fun one too. But Mortal Kombat is also still a well-known name. You know, the series is doing pretty much just as well as it's ever been. So it's funny, like, kids probably pop some money into that every now and then. Oh yeah, no, those are really fun games, man. Cruising, especially, and Area 51. Although I was personally more partial to Alien 51 Site 4, which was like the sequel. I think it had better graphics, better music, better, not necessarily music, but better, yeah, definitely better graphics. I think there was like better gameplay. But the original Area 51 is still really fun too. You know, they weren't necessarily like great console games when they came out. Especially stuff like, you know, Revolution X. Because Revolution X was one of those games too that used like, it was like T2 where there was like recoil, and you lost that completely on the console versions. And there weren't any versions of Revolution X that actually used a light gun, so that was a huge part missing on that too. And then you had it ported to shit like the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, and you were just like, yeah, these are pretty cruddy in comparison. But as an arcade game, it's actually really fun. Kind of like T2, the arcade game, you know? That had okay ports to like Super Nintendo and Genesis, but it was still kind of like a pale imitation. I'll always have a soft spot for Cruis'n USA, though. Like, even the N64 version. The arcade version's a lot better, though. Yeah, I had... Revolution X translated the best on the PC, because you could use the mouse, which was nice. But I also had the Saturn version, and, yeah, not very good. The controls were pretty terrible in it. It was really hard to play it well. I didn't mean to jump forward like that. I meant to jump straight up. Bikinis, loud announcers, explosions. I'll actually stick with the discus. Actually pretty good for this level. Nice! I almost feel like some of the sound is messed up on this board. Yeah, it was like Terminator 2, the arcade game. I think it used the same mechanisms and everything. Every time you would fire, it would kick back. That actually magic wall is awesome for those guys. Damn. Like, whoop! Wall in your face! It just lands right on top of him. I like it, man. Discus might actually end up being my new favorite weapon. Oh, God. Hey, Ronnie. We're going to be shooting Nazis on tonight's YouTube stream, by the way, guys. If you're around, feel free to join us. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right, man. Wolfenstein 3DO. Still works. Interesting. Maybe the Discus isn't my favorite weapon. It's not that good for that part, to be honest. It was good for the armors, but not for that part. Whoops! Shit, I didn't mean to do that. No, I heard it's good, but they're conversions of the PSP versions of the game. So, you know, they have all new voice acting. You do get the PSP version of Maria on the Symphony of the Night port, so there's that. But I ended up talking myself out of it because I have each game on a bunch of different systems. Like, I realize I don't really need it. So I saved the 20 bucks and put it towards those fuck ton of PC parts I bought. I was trying to open up that chest because I think it might have been gold armor. Yeah, no more have at you. Damn it. Nice. Grab the key. Nice catch. That was a nice catch. If I don't say so myself, Patchouli. Juvenile, thanks for the follow. I knew that was gonna happen. I should have waited. And yeah, I tried it again. Yeah, this part is honestly the easiest if you don't stop. Like, if you get that chest, it's, you know, those patterns aren't nearly as nice. Oh shit, I didn't see that one from the top. Go figure, it doesn't save scores. I don't remember if these old boards saved scores via like a battery or if it was something else. Oops, god damn it. Ugh. Yeah, we would have gotten armor if I grabbed one of the other chests. Nice catch! Nice catch, Patchouli. My cat is actually the one playing the game. I'm just watching. Watching and occasionally commentating. Yeah, going for the chests on that section is really risky too. But I'll take it on this part. Oh shit, that was close. Damn it. Not a big deal. Nice catch, Patchouli. I turn around and pet my cat, and she's sitting on my couch in like loaf of bread mode. I'll just like pat her on the back. She'll go meow. Meow. Oh, got too close. Got too close. Ah, shit. Man, going the bottom way is risky. Well, I mean, either way is technically risky, but I think the bottom way is riskier. Oh, crap. That was close. No chest up top. Oh, and that hand didn't spawn like it was supposed to. Shh. Oh, okay, that was close. I didn't want to get that lance. Dope. Wow, this is gonna be fun without gold armor. Well, still looking good. Oh. Hey, Focha. No, it's not. It's a JAMA to RGB converter. Not really converter. It's still feeding a picture to my arcade monitor, but it's splitting out the RGB signal to where it can be passed through via SCART, which is the RGB connector that's used on, like, you know, the OSSC. Nice. Yeah, so super guns are the devices that allow you to hook arcade boards up to any, you know, just about any display. So, like, they don't actually require an arcade cabinet. But you still have, you know, a lot of the super guns will come with, like, Neo Geo controller ports. So you can use Neo Geo based controllers, arcade sticks, whatever. You definitely don't want that. Shit. Alright, we have to kill ourselves. Because we have to have the bracelet. Oh shit, it spawned up there. That's funny. Are you Barbie? Went ahead and tanked. Hi, Patchouli. Hi, Patchouli. How's it going? All right. it's cold today. I still need to go watch some videos of the Japanese hard mode, because, like, I don't know, I feel like I should be getting wrecked, but I'm not. I mean, maybe I'm just, you know, decent enough at the game to where it's not a big deal anymore. But I feel like I should be having a much harder time. I read an article on the cutting room floor last night that said that the developers originally wanted to have split paths in this game. One of the split paths was going to be the raft section of Super Ghouls and Ghosts second stage. It's kind of interesting that some leftover remnants of this game ended up making it into Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I had no idea. Yeah, there was basically going to be an alternate stage for each stage, and the levels that you played in your first loop, you wouldn't play in your second loop. You would go strictly to the levels that you hadn't played yet. That would have been really cool. But I think they basically said they weren't able to do it due to, like, size constraints and time constraints. That would have been sweet, man. 10 levels versus 5. I mean, still an amazing game as is, but just makes you wonder. Derpy, 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 derp. Not gonna stress it. Ugh. We still hit the checkpoint at least. Yeah, I was gonna say turn around. Oh, come on. That was bullshit. That was fucking bullshit, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same composer. It sounds so close. Shit, man. I shouldn't have done that. Ran right into the boss. We're gonna lose. Oh, we didn't. I was gonna say we're gonna lose the dagger. What you doing, Patchouli? Shit. Hi, Patchouli. Oh, what the fuck? Really? Whoa, I didn't even see him walking towards me. Alright, back on track. Oh shit. I didn't think I was going to go out that far. Nice. It's almost 1 p.m. That sucked. No, when I lost it. That's not good. Shit! I wasn't expecting the tongue to get sucked up that quickly. Tight! Yeah, it is tight. There we go. Back in action. Oh, what? Seriously, man. Was not expecting that at all. Oh, barely touched it. Oh, that was close. There we go. Shouldn't it say, like, nice grab or something? Like, if you just walk right into the key? I didn't technically catch it. Alright. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. No way to control that. The only way to try to get past that is being underneath him when he's high enough up, and you can sort of see where the flies are going to go. And you can move left or right depending on which way he's going, but when he's shooting projectiles at you and you're long ways away, it's really difficult to deal with that. That was my fault. Alright, we're gonna die again. Most likely anyway. See, like, that was good, being underneath him like that. Shit, that's bad. Well, not that bad. Hey, Loveless, how's it going, man? Come on, this way. Now we're probably dead. Nope. Doing alright. That's good, that's good. Musicless Loki. Loki apparently doesn't like music. Ooh. Sorry to hear that, man. Well, at least going to the store shouldn't be too bad today. At least I would think it wouldn't be too bad.
Congratulations! Your story is happy end. You win on Super Best Lucky Journey! Princess, she is okay! You are champion of great justice!
Trying to figure out if I should do another run or not. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is the Japanese version of the game. Not that the North American one that was actually translated is much better. But, yeah, because this is the actual Japanese version. I don't really, you know, give them too much of a hard time. But, yeah, there's some funny stuff in the US version. This era of gaming was kind of notorious for really bad translations. Yeah, exactly. It's the difference between some guy who translates for a living versus someone who hasn't spoken English since high school. Yep. Yeah, not many. Some RPGs, that's about it. I mean, there are a few. There are exceptions, like Musha on Genesis has a pretty good translation. Yeah, it's not a lot. Yeah, I've actually heard that it's easier to store English text than Japanese, which is why a lot of games back in the day had a lot of English text in them. And back in the day when storage space was a premium, you know, memory was a premium, makes sense. That, and when you bring your game overseas, you don't have to retranslate some of the stuff like the game over or the press start button. Hey Vamp, what's going on? I see you got your Discord thing sorted out. I saw you linked your YouTube account because you're the only one there as a YouTube channel member. So thanks for doing that. Well, not really thanks. I just wanted to make sure you were getting the most out of the Discord server. So, well, if some of you guys are going to stick around, I can do one more run. I want to do a slightly better run and try to get... I'd like to get a 1 credit clear. Because we do have some extra lives we get to work with, but those last 2 runs had some pretty bad deaths. I have Loveless, yeah. I actually did a full Let's Play of it for YouTube earlier in the year, actually. Pretty cool game. Pretty easy. No, this is not a super gun. This is just a... This is a JAMA to RGB splitter. So it sends the standard RGB signal to my monitor, but it also splits it out via Euroscart. And so I've got it in the audio running into the OSSC. Yeah, Hyperzone's a fun game. I do like it. I wish it had a harder difficulty mode, though, because when you beat it, it loops, but it doesn't actually raise the difficulty, so it just loops for no reason. So I would probably like Hyperzone a lot more if you could put it onto a harder difficulty mode. You know, raise the intensity. But it's still a pretty cool game. Kind of wish I played it back in the day. Like back when it was new. Would have been pretty nice. I should take the bottom way. I haven't done that in a while. Right, Vampire, yeah. Yeah, we're on an actual arcade machine, so yes, original PCBs. Although technically this PCB is a conversion. It's a Street Fighter 2 that's been converted over to Ghouls and Ghosts. So it's still an actual CPS-1 arcade board. It's just got the Ghouls and Ghosts ROMs. And my friend let me borrow Strider, which is the same way. You know, it's also a converted Street Fighter 2. Okay, whew. Fuck! Sorry for Julie. People say it's easier? Yeah, yeah, I think it is easier than Super Ghouls and Ghosts. The game's not nearly as long, for one, so there's not as much to learn. The ring that you have to get to beat the game on the second loop, it's a lot better in this game. It's more powerful. It has a bigger hitbox. It's not next to useless when you have no armor. So yeah, in the second loop, I always just use the ring, whereas on Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I usually avoid it until I have to actually get it. But yeah, it's a much, much shorter game too. Like Super Ghouls and Ghosts will take you close to like an hour and a half to beat the game, like a full 2-loop run. This will only take you like 20 minutes, maybe 30. You know, if you get through it on your first try without dying in particular, yeah, I think it's definitely a 20-minute long game. But it's a fantastic game. It's awesome. Yeah, Strider's great, Vampire. That's one of my favorites, actually. It was the first game I ever got a 1-credit clear on. I mean, it's not like it's a hard game when you know what to do, but that was still cool. So I always go back to it once every now and then just to, you know, see if I still got it. I have the version on PlayStation, which is basically a port of the arcade game on the Strider 2 collection. Strider 2, that's a game I need to dedicate time to, man. I need to get good at that and do a Let's Play. Oh, you have the PC version. Nice. I want to play that eventually. But I can't do that until I get an arcade card. I think I remember Wayne saying something like he's got an extra arcade card. I need to hit him up about that. Be like, do you want to send that to me and just to let me borrow it? And then I'll send it back when I'm done. Yeah, and it makes sense they don't like it. I mean, it's not very close to the arcade game from what I understand. I mean, it still looks pretty cool, if you ask me. Well, I mean, I could just burn the Strider. But if I have problems, yeah, I can just reach out to you. I might end up having to just get, like, a Super SD System 3 sometime. I mean, that's not entirely true. I just haven't felt like opening up my Duo again to troubleshoot the pots. Because the guy tweaked them to where the pots are set perfectly for... they're set perfectly for, like, original discs, but CDRs are another story. So the only PC Engine games I've been playing on it, aside from cue cards, are just the actual games I own. Which isn't many, it's only a handful. Well, no, he tweaked it to where, like, it worked well with real discs. And even the real disc thing wasn't 100% when I got it back. I had to tweak it further, like, when I got it. And I told him about that, but I wasn't worried because he didn't charge me much at all. You know, he fixed the RGB, which was an important issue. And he made sure, like, the whole system just wasn't screwed completely. Redid some of the caps because the previous guy did a bad job. But the point is that it's working great now, with regular discs anyway. So at least, like, the system is working how it should be. It's just CDRs it has problems with, so... And that can probably be fixed by just adjusting the pots further, that's all. I mean, if I had a lot of money, though, what I'd like to do is just buy, like, a Super Graphics. And then get a, Super SD System 3. Damn it, I don't... Alright, screw it, we'll get it. That's bad. Yeah, it's hard to justify a Super Graphics, but the idea for me is that, you know, if I'm going to get a Super SD System 3, I might as well get the best system I can to use it on. So I can play literally everything. Not that there are a whole lot of Super Graphics games, but, like, I'd love to do the, Super Graphics version of Ghouls and Ghosts again. Oh, fuck. I fell off. Hey, Red Dwarf, how are you doing? Yes, sir, real arcade hardware. Although I'm probably not going to be here much longer. I started the stream really late. And I need to be up in about 6 hours to do the YouTube stream. Yeah, that was a really dumb mistake earlier, actually falling off. That was my fault. Nice. Still got it. You have to work today? Come on, Vamp. No, they don't have Thanksgiving in Europe. And if they did, they would probably be celebrating a totally different reason. Like, thank God we fucking got rid of those people that would eventually become Americans. Those guys are assholes. Let's get shit-faced! Yeah, that's right. You have Americans living there. That makes sense. Uh-oh, that's not good. Cobra Fang, thanks for the follow. Oh, cool. Hey, Red Dwarf, when did you get a PS4? I can't remember if you've had one for a while or if you just got one. Yeah, that's the actual arcade monitor. You can actually see the buttons. Sort of. It's dark. Because I don't have all my lights on right now. Yeah, I wanted to have a, Oh, so you just got it recently. Okay, I had no idea you got one. Oi, that bloody red dwarf! You never told me... No, I can't do the, Scottish impersonation. I'm not Ronnie. Yeah, no, I had no idea, man. That's cool. We're PS4 bros now. You'll have to find me on PSN. It's just my first and last name. One word, I believe. America. What's up, Ronnie? Ooh, that was close. Right, Ronnie. Oh, that was really close. Oh yeah, no, they absolutely do, Fochan. I mean, it's the same with any Ghouls and Ghosts game, or Ghosts and Goblins game. It's really all about knowing, you know, the strategies. I mean, the patterns can vary, but yeah. Shit. It's okay. I have a, basically a splitter that runs into the, you know, it sits between the harness and the arcade board itself. And it'll split the signal out to Euroscart RGB. Shit. And then the OSSC can pick it up. Yeah, so I got it in the mail this week, actually, and I set it up yesterday. So our first arcade stream, this, like, with direct capture was yesterday. And then because I started streaming really late today, I decided I would just do it again. Because I do want to practice the game, because I do want to do a Let's Play. Now that I've got direct capture. No emulation or anything. No, Focha, this is an actual arcade machine. Like, I'm standing up and playing right now. You know what I mean? My PVM's in the game room. I am not in the game room. I'm using a different computer for this. Nope. So the board goes in the arcade cabinet, Fochan. The arcade cabinet has what's called a JAMA connector, which basically wires up, where it consolidates everything that's in the game, like the controls, the power, the video signal to the monitor, and think of our JAMA arcade boards as being kind of like really big swappable cartridges. Minus the cartridge shell. And so when you have a JAMA cabinet like this, you can just put different boards in the cabinet. So this cabinet came with Final Fight. So I have the marquee and like the bezel. The bezel was the artwork that goes around the monitor. So I have all that for Final Fight. And then a friend of mine let me borrow his Ghouls and Ghosts and Strider arcade boards. So again, because it's just a JAMA arcade cabinet, I can just swap the Final Fight board out and then put the Ghouls and Ghosts in, which is what I did yesterday. Yeah, that's what JAMA is. Yeah, it's basically a standard that made operation easier for arcade operators. You know, they didn't have to buy a brand new machine every time a new game came out. They could just buy a JAMA compatible board and put it in the machine. Arcade companies took that one step further, like SNK with their Neo Geo, which was a JAMA compatible board, or Sega with their STV board, which is the board that was using Saturn hardware, or hardware that the Saturn was based on, or vice versa. So they would be a JAMA board you would just install in the machine. You'd plug the JAMA connector into it, but then you would just buy cartridges for it, which took up a lot less space. Well, I mean, Ghouls and Ghosts is a smooth running game. There's not really any slowdown in it, which is pretty nice. Oh man, killed him in 2 hits. Shit! Fuck, man! That would have been a 1 credit clear. Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins on NES is pretty choppy. Although that's not a good representation of that arcade game either. I still like the NES one, but it's pretty clunky. The arcade version, on the other hand, is nice and smooth. Yeah, like I got way too close to that Beelzebub, which is that boss. We could have had it. Loki, which is the final boss, he's super easy. But that was the highest score we've gotten too, because that's the farthest I've gotten on 1 credit. Yeah, if anyone that hasn't seen this game being beaten before, you have to have this this amulet or this ring in order to actually get to the real final boss. Otherwise, you just loop back to the beginning of this level over and over. Oops. Shit, we're gonna have to do this again. It's not a big deal. I lost the 1 CC. I don't really care. You know, this will be the 3rd time we've beaten the game today, so it's not a big deal. Yeah. At least I tried getting over to the left, though, instead of just sitting underneath him. Why did I do that? Now I am complaining like William Shatner. I always forget how to trigger the chest here. There we go. Ah! We have to kill ourselves. I'm gonna hit that sword the second I go up that ladder. Which means we'll end up having to kill ourselves again because we can't beat the boss. Gotta take my time, that's all. I'm kind of rushing through parts. Playing a little risky. You do, Fochan, yeah. You keep it until you pick up a different weapon. So, like, by going up that ladder, I would have been guaranteed to run into the sword, which is the worst weapon in the game, in my opinion. Well, no, that'd have to go to the axe. Well, the sword kind of sucks too, because it is very, very short range, but... Loki fired his DJ. Oh, come on. Oh, you bastard! I still got... Hey, there's the music. It's like, still got hit by it, even after I killed him. I had no control. Dude, if that happened... Like, if we got there on 1 credit and that happened, I would have been pissed. You had no control. You lost the 1 credit clear. I mean, his patterns are still, like, relatively randomized, it seems, so you still have to, like, pay attention. Alright, let me see who I can raid. Alright guys, we're gonna raid Ogio. Looks like he's just starting his stream. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Later tonight on YouTube, I'll be streaming Wolfenstein 3D on 3DO. So 9 p.m. Eastern Time. To you guys in America, if you need something to relax to after you've stuffed your face, like my cat stuffs her face with food, then definitely join up and check it out. Take it easy, Red Dwarf, and I'll see you guys later.